After facing four boxing legends, Manny Pacquiao, Erik Morales, Juan Manuel Marquez, and Naseem Hamed, Mexican boxing icon Marco Antonio Barrera found himself at the heart of one of the greatest eras in boxing history. Four names that defined greatness, and Barrera faced them head-on in unforgettable battles that etched their place in history. From the brutal war against Morales, to the Filipino storm Pacquiao, then the tactical chess match against Marquez, and finally the spectacular showdown with Hamed. Each fight had its own flavor, and each opponent presented a unique challenge. Over the years, one question has haunted Barrera in every interview and media appearance. Who was the toughest opponent he ever faced? Who pushed him to his limits? Who left an unforgettable mark? Each of these four names is an icon, but the real answer was in Barrera's mind alone. In this video, we'll revisit the highlights of those legendary fights, analyzing what made each opponent unique so you can get a clearer picture, until we finally arrive at the answer Barrera himself gave. So don't leave before hearing it from the legend himself. Who was the toughest boxer he ever faced? His first fight versus Erik Morales on February 19, 2000, in Mandalay Bay Resort Casino, Las Vegas for WBO/WBC Super Bantamweight unification. At the time, both Barrera and Morales were at their peak. Erik El Terrible Morales was a young, ferocious fighter, relentless, non-stop aggression, with an iron chin and a fearless heart. Meanwhile, Barrera had evolved from a pure brawler into a more mature, tactical boxer. From the first round, the ring was on fire. Brutal exchanges, constant pressure, and a dual strategy of close quarters combat and angled footwork. There wasn't a single dull round. Every round was a mini-war. Barrera surprised many by standing toe-to-toe with Morales, showing his courage and willingness to take risks. He used double combinations to the body and head, weathering Morales' storm despite its intensity. Morales, on the other hand, relied on his power and constant pressure, looking for the moment to break Barrera mentally or physically, but it never came. The most dramatic moment came in the later rounds when the violence escalated, electrifying the crowd. In the 12th round, Barrera knocked Morales down, but the referee ruled it a slip, not a knockdown, a decision still debated today. The fight ended with a controversial split decision. Morales won, but many, including commentators, believed Barrera deserved the victory, proving himself as a complete fighter, not just a traditional brawler. His second fight versus Naseem Hamed on April 7, 2001 in MGM Grand, Las Vegas. In the early 2000s, Naseem Hamed, the British Yemeni showman, was one of boxing's brightest stars. With his flashy style, speed, and over-the-top confidence, he entered the ring like a performer, as much as a fighter. Undefeated in 36 fights, 31 by KO, he stepped into the ring with Barrera brimming with confidence, while fans expected another explosive spectacle from the Prince. But Barrera, now a seasoned veteran, wasn't fazed by the theatrics. He entered the ring with laser focus, executing a smart game plan designed to neutralize Hamed's unorthodox style and prevent him from controlling the fight. From the opening rounds, Barrera's tactical superiority was evident. He fought calmly, attacked precisely, and avoided falling into Hamed's traps. He used straight punches, slick movement, and distance control, frustrating Hamed and making him look far less dangerous than usual. Even when the Prince tried to turn up the heat, Barrera had sharp defensive and offensive answers. One of the most memorable moments came when Barrera pushed Hamed's head into the ropes. An illegal move, but one that sent a clear message: I'm here to impose my will, not to entertain. The fight ended in a unanimous decision for Barrera, a night that changed two careers. It solidified Barrera's stardom and marked the beginning of Hamed's decline. He never fought professionally again after that loss. Yet despite the clear win, Naseem Hamed was no easy opponent. He had knockout power and could end a fight at any moment, forcing Barrera to stay fully focused throughout. His third fight, vs. Manny Pacquiao, on November 15, 2003 in Alamodome, San Antonio, Texas. By 2003, Marco Antonio Barrera was already a Mexican boxing legend, a global star, a battle-hardened warrior who had faced the best. He entered the ring with confidence, widely expected to defeat a rising Filipino fighter named Manny Pacquiao, despite the growing hype around the young southpaw. But what Barrera didn't expect was that he was about to face a human hurricane. Pacquiao, with his unorthodox angles, blistering speed, and unpredictable combinations, stepped into the ring with nothing to lose, yet he was on the verge of changing boxing forever. From the first round, it was clear Barrera was in trouble. Pacquiao's speed was terrifying. Not just hand speed, but footwork, reflexes, and combinations from impossible angles. Barrera, known for his ability to dictate pace, couldn't stop the Filipino onslaught. In the second round, Barrera was knocked down for the first time in his career, a shocking moment that signaled real danger. As the rounds progressed, Pacquiao took full control. Barrera never quit, but he was under constant pressure, with visible damage on his face and in his demeanor. By the 11th round, after a barrage of unanswered punches, Barrera's corner stopped the fight, sealing one of the most devastating losses of his career. It didn't diminish his legacy, but it announced the arrival of a new force in boxing, Manny Pacquiao, who would redefine the sport in the years to come. The painful part wasn't just the loss, it was how he lost, dominated by a fighter many still underestimated, who controlled the fight physically, mentally, and tactically. His fourth fight versus Juan Manuel Marquez on March 17, 2007 in Mandalay Bay Resort Casino, Las Vegas, for WBC super featherweight title. This fight brought together two of Mexico's smartest, most technical boxers, Barrera, the balanced warrior who blended skill and aggression, and Juan Manuel Marquez, the master tactician known for dissecting opponents round by round. This wasn't just a physical battle, it was chess in the ring. Every move calculated, every step with purpose, every punch carrying a tactical message. The fight started cautiously, with mutual respect, but as rounds passed, both men escalated the intensity. Barrera tried controlling distance, using his experience to stifle Marquez, who was notorious for punishing even the smallest mistakes. In the 7th round, a pivotal moment arrived. Barrera knocked Marquez down with a sharp, clean punch, but the referee ruled that there was illegal contact, a punch while Marquez was falling, resulting in a point deduction for Barrera, and no knockdown counted. That decision shifted the fight psychologically and tactically. Barrera felt robbed, while Marquez used the moment to rally back stronger, imposing his rhythm with precise combinations and slick defensive maneuvers. By the final bell, the fight was extremely close. Both men delivered a masterclass, but the unanimous decision went to Marquez, leaving boxing fans divided, especially due to the controversy over Barrera's uncounted knockdown. After all these battles, some might think the answer wouldn't be easy, but Marco Antonio Barrera, the man who lived those moments in the ring, didn't hesitate when asked, "Who was the toughest opponent you ever faced?" His answer was direct, decisive, and filled with respect. Morales, without a doubt, was the toughest opponent I ever faced, because no matter how much I hit him, he never seemed hurt. He was a man who constantly pressured me, and he hit me with tremendous power. These words, though simple, capture the essence of Barrera's rivalry with Morales, two warriors who brought out the best in each other, defining their greatness through the challenges they posed. For Barrera, the toughest opponent wasn't necessarily the one who beat him. It was the one who drained him completely, round after round, physically and mentally, without ever taking a step back. That man was Erik Morales, the opponent who, no matter what Barrera threw at him, kept standing, kept punching, and kept coming forward.